Football is chaos dressed up as a sport. For every genius plan, there's a curse. For every legend, there's a jinx. From Pep reinventing the wheel into a triangle to Messi terrifying defenders by just walking, these theories aren't myths. They're patterns that repeat like bad dreams. Some sound ridiculous until you realize they keep coming true. Pep Guardiola is a genius, no question. He turned Barcelona into an art, Bayern into a machine, City into a juggernaut. But sometimes genius is dangerous. Sometimes genius is like adding 12 spices when salt would have just done the job. Champions League nights are where his brain goes haywire. In the 2021 final against Chelsea, he left out Rodri and Fernandinho, his two midfield bodyguards, and his safety nets, the guys who sweep up chaos and keep order. Instead, Pep looked at the biggest game of the season and thought, you know what? Let's freestyle. Chelsea fans are still sending him thank you notes for that tactical donation. The theory's simple. The bigger the occasion, the more Pep tries to outsmart himself. He's the man who invents the wheel, then asks if triangles might roll better. He's the scientist who finds the cure, then wonders if the disease is actually more interesting. City fans pray every May like it's religion. Please, Pep, just play the team normally. But deep down, they know if Pep's bald head is glistening under the lights and he's scribbling on his little notepad, chaos is about to arrive. Nothing in football looks less dangerous than Messi walking. Arms hanging, shoulders loose, eyes drifting. He looks like a dad on a Sunday morning walk, deciding between frosted flakes or cornflakes. And yet, nothing in football is more terrifying. Defenders glance at him and relax. He's out of the game, they think. And then, in 6 seconds, he slices through them like Moses parting the sea, from harmless to deadly. It's terrifying because, well, it feels unfair. The theory says Messi isn't lazy. He's scanning, calculating, collecting data like a machine. He studies defenders' positioning, movement, weaknesses, you name it. He's writing the cheat code while everyone else is still loading the game. Watching him walk is like watching a lion stretch before eating. Calm, casual, then you're shredded, and he hasn't even broken a sweat. You get the FIFA cover, you're done. Your career is cooked. This is football's version of Final Destination. Fernando Torres, Wayne Rooney, Eden Hazard, Mark Royce all went from poster boy to medical updates in record time. Hazard on FIFA 15 was unplayable. Hazard after FIFA 15 looked like he had eaten the entire Ultimate Team catalog. Marco Royce graced FIFA 17, then spent more time injured than available. Rooney peaked at around FIFA 10, then spent half his career chasing hair transplants. The curse is so strong, it feels personal. Yes, Messi and Ronaldo survived it, but of course they did. They live outside the rules of nature. The curse only hunts mortals. For everyone else, that shiny cover photo is less of a career highlight and more of a goodbye note. Jose Mourinho is football's ultimate two-season manager. Season 1, he arrives, instills fear, and wins trophies. Season number 2, he builds dominance and makes his team believe they're untouchable. Season 3, total disaster. The pattern is so consistent, it feels scripted. Chelsea, Real Madrid, Manchester United, Tottenham. By year 3, the dressing room is chaos, the media are at war, and Jose looks like he hasn't slept since 2004. The team leaks goals, morale collapses, and Mourinho explodes. The theory's simple. Jose burns way too bright. He squeezes every drop out of his players, but eventually, they can't stand him anymore. He's football's human Red Bull, a burst of insane energy that leaves you jittery and exhausted. Short-term glory, long-term regret. Hosting a tournament turns average squads into superheroes. South Korea in 2002 went all the way to the semis. Russia in 2018 looked like prime Brazil for a few weeks. Even Qatar managed to win the Asian Cup around their hosting duties. The formula's simple. The home crowd plus national pride equals momentum. Add a referee or two suddenly developing eagle vision in your favor, and the magic is complete. Fans roar, players run harder, opponents crack under pressure. The host buff is real. But it's not foolproof. England in 2021 had Wembley rocking. The entire nation was behind them, and they rode the wave all the way to the final. Then penalties arrived, and once again, England reminded us, no buff in football can defeat their eternal doom from 12 yards. Every shootout has that one guy. Calm, composed, built for pressure. He's slotted as the 4th or 5th taker. the hero spot, the decider. This is his moment. And then the ball sails wide every single time. Cristiano Ronaldo in 2012 never even got to take his penalty. Portugal lost to Spain before his turn. Gareth Southgate in 1996, Robert Baggio in 1994. These are football's darkest punchlines. The curse is brutal. The higher the pressure, the higher the chance you will be remembered forever for all the wrong reasons. Penalties are supposed to be clinical, but football loves comedy, and nothing's funnier than a world-class player skying a ball into orbit while an entire nation cries. Look, it's not just a sport, it's Shakespeare. George Weah in 1995, the only African player to ever win the Ballon d'Or. That was nearly 3 decades ago. 3! And since then, silence. Eto'o, Drogba, Yaya Toure, Salah, Mane, all legends, all snubbed. The theory says the bias is baked in. Europe dominates the voting, and European narratives drown out everything else. Drogba carried Chelsea. Salah broke records like they were biscuits. Mane conquered club and country. And still, no recognition. The Ballon d'Or claims to be global, but here's the truth. It treats African greatness like background noise. If Salah or Mane had been Spanish or German, well, those golden balls would already be on their mantelpieces. Instead, they're stuck in the almost section of history. The Golden Boy Award should be the launchpad to superstardom. In reality, it's a coin toss between glory and tragedy. Messi won it in 2005, no curse there. Haaland in 2020, safe. But Balotelli, Pato, Anderson, their careers nosedive quicker than a Wi-Fi bar during a thunderstorm. Look, so the curse works like this. Some kids handle the spotlight, cool. Others crumble under the weight of hype. One day, you're the next big thing, and then 10 years later, you're an answer in a pub quiz nobody remembers. For every Messi, there's a Bojan Krkic. For every Haaland, a Renato Sanchez. It's Darwinism in football boots. So ask fans of small clubs and they will swear this is real. Manchester United under Ferguson at Old Trafford, Real Madrid in the Champions League, Bayern Munich collecting penalties like loyalty points. The theory says referees cannot help themselves. The roar of 70,000 fans, the glare of a superstar, the intimidation of a legendary manager. Suddenly, that foul isn't a foul anymore. The little club gets punished and the big club gets protected. Everybody sees it. Except the referees. Or, well, maybe they do and they just prefer the safe option. After all, no one wants to be the guy who disallowed a Messi goal on live TV. Survival instinct disguised as refereeing. January is supposed to be a chance to strengthen. In reality, it's a graveyard. Clubs panic buy, overpay, and ruin their balance sheets. Andy Carroll to Liverpool, Torres to Chelsea, Alexis Sanchez to Manchester United. All of them, disasters. The theory says no one sells their best player mid-season unless something is terribly wrong. If a player is available in July, there's definitely baggage. You think you're buying gold, you're buying a dud. The January window isn't a marketplace. It's a clearance rack with a no refund sign. England and penalties do not mix, and they never have, never will. 1990, 1996, 1998. 2004, 2006, 2012, and 2021. The story repeats like a broken record. Generational talents, golden squads, and still, every single time, collapse. The theory isn't even a theory anymore. It's just destiny. The moment it goes to penalties, the entire country knows what's coming. Pressure, history, fear. Other nations step up with swagger. England step up with trembling legs. The ball goes wide. The keeper guesses right. The stadium sighs in unison. Look, it's not bad luck. It's not coincidence. It's just in England's eternal football DNA.